Hey, family and friends. Okay, so I said I was going to be doing different videos uh, as I arrived in different places, and about 100 of you already liked the first video, so yay. I hope you heard the message and loved the message in it. But this is my block, where I had the privilege to grow up and thankfully survive. Uh, it's a lot more peaceful now. My cousins still live in the same house that I got to grow up in. There's my Jeep behind me. It is rugged, I tell you. Anyway, so to get right to it, there are already some wonderful, wonderful blessings that I have to share with you. One in particular is when I was coming to the house yesterday, I was driving down the road and I saw this young girl, and she must have been about 19 or 20, and she was walking down the road, down the sidewalk towards our house, and I was driving. So I noticed that she was wearing this one piece, like see-through leotard. She was a prostitute and showing everything, you know what I mean. And my heart just went out to her. It just broke. And I remembered a dream that I had a few weeks ago when I was in my house, or in my home in Owasso in Oklahoma. And I had this dream of that I was here in LA, in South Central, formerly South Los Angeles. A plane is about to fly overhead. We're on the path to LAX. So I had this dream, and in my dream, I was here in LA. I was driving around in my Jeep, and I had all these roses in my Jeep. And any of you who know me, or all of you really know me, know that I am highly allergic to roses. So it was odd for me to be in a dream, or having a dream where I had a whole bunch of roses in my Jeep. So I stopped. I saw these women who were selling themselves on the corners on the street, and I pulled over in my Jeep, and I started handing these roses out to these women and talking to them about Jesus, and telling them that Jesus loves them and has a plan for them. So that was my dream a few weeks ago. So back to yesterday, I'm driving down the street, headed to the house for the first time in years, and I passed this young woman on the street, and my heart goes out to her. So I hurry up, pull in the driveway. My cousins are in the window, they see me, and I just kind of gave them the sign like, hold on, wait a minute. And I jumped out of the Jeep, ran around to the back, opened the back of my Jeep, and started getting my stuff out. And here she comes. She walks right up to me, and I said, hi, how you doing? And she said, hi. And I said, I'm Tracy. And she said, hi, I'm Honey. Probably not her real name. Such a beautiful, beautiful young woman, just standing there being used by the devil to demean herself. But that's not how I treated her. I treated her with love. I said, I saw you walking, and the Lord told me to give you a message. He said he wanted me to tell you that he loves you so much, honey. And she just took it all in. She took it all in. She wasn't belligerent. She wasn't angry. She just listened. And she said, thank you. And I said, he has such a plan for your life, and this is not it. He values you. You have worth to Jesus. And you'll never know what his plan is unless you talk to him and you ask him. I said, so at some moment, just ask the Lord, what is your plan for me, Jesus? And she listened. She said, thank you. Thank you so much. She said, well, I know that me doing what I do is part of Jesus' plan for me. He knew I was going to go back to this. And I said, let me stop you right there. I said, what you're doing is not Jesus' plan for your life. I said, Jesus said Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He's trying to steal he's trying to steal Jesus' plan for your life. This is not his plan. Jesus has good things planned for you. I said, I used to live on this block. I said, I grew up here. I used to walk home from school, and on the corner, there were prostitutes. I said, and I knew all their names, and they were nice to me. They were kind to me, and I was kind back to them. And I would tell them the same thing. Jesus loves you. And she reached over at that moment, everyone, and she just gave me a big hug, and I hugged her back, and I said, thank you. No, she said, thank you, and I said, thank you. Anyway, then my cousins came out, and she turned around and walked away. But I said when I was saying my prayers last night before I went to bed, I was praying for her for that moment when the Lord's going to set her free, because I know that he did not have me tell her that for no reason. You know what I mean? He already prepared it 3 weeks ago when he gave me that dream. And I was sitting there at the table praying, and I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, I don't understand the roses. You know I'm allergic to roses, so did you want me to get roses? And he said, no, Tracy, when someone gives someone a rose, what does it mean? And I said, you're telling that person that you love them. You're showing love to that person. He said, exactly. You going up to her and talking to her, you were showing her love. You were giving her a rose. You were showing that she mattered. I'm talking louder than the plane and the cars. Anyway, I told you these videos were just going to be raw and unedited. So pray for honey. Anyway, I'm sure that is just the first of many, many opportunities that I'm going to have to minister to people. My closest friend when I lived here just moved back on the block. I talk about her in the books, Giggles. And we sat talking about the Lord on her porch last night. It was awesome. My other friend who used to live here that I grew up with, he's home visiting his mom, so please pray that I have an opportunity to minister to him also. Anyway, I love you all, and from Cali, this is Tracy. I will talk to you through video at another point at some time. They just keep on coming. Well, I'll save that for next time. Love you all. Blessings.